Hello, my name is Adrian, aka Adrian from RTV, as it says on my government-issued Twitter name. But yeah, we can recap. I'm Adrian, you're you, that was profound, and let's start in Germany. So in Germany this week, let's go back to Friday. How was your Friday, by the way? Was it good? Yeah? Good. Well, it was great for Eintracht Frankfurt in front of their home fans against Augsburg. It's been a tough return from the winter break for Augsburg, man. They got slapped 5-3 in their own home on January 18th, and 3 weeks later, they get slapped for 5 once again. Two teams going in opposite directions at the moment, with Frankfurt gaining steam now after their rough patch in the autumn/early winter. And I wonder if they can go on as good of a run as they did last season during the winter, where they went unbeaten from end of December. Plus, this big win is coming off of their huge win over RB Leipzig midweek in the DFB Pokal, so they're really gaining some steam. But anyway, talking scorers, Andre Silva scored in the second match running, which builds off of the assist he got a few weeks ago. That assist marked the end of a 9-match slump where he didn't have a single goal involvement. Kostic kept his great run of form going with a brace and a brace for Chandler as well. On Saturday, we had Schalke faltering again, drawing 1-1 with Paderborn, the team at the very, very bottom of the table, the basement boys. All right, Borussia Dortmund versus Bayer Leverkusen was a highlight of the weekend in general across all leagues, if you were a neutral, of course. Lots of goals, not a lot of defending going on, which was sort of a guarantee from Dortmund these days. One of their selling points, you know? We here at Borussia Dortmund value your time, and we assure you that if you choose to spend your valuable time with us, we can guarantee there will be a lot of goals, both as a team that likes to score and hates to defend. We promise you will get your goal fix. Just ask our previous customers who witnessed us concede 7 goals in our last 2 matches alone. Signed, Mats Hummels and the Backline Boys. So playing away to Peter Bosch and Leverkusen, at halftime the score was tied 2-2. A beautiful first goal from Emre Can and a brace from Volland for Leverkusen. Can scoring against his former club. I mean, he was only there for a season, but... So on to the second half, and that famous Borussia Dortmund defense was incapable once again, and once again undid everything the attack managed. Rafa Guerreiro put Dortmund 3-2 up away. Scoring 3 goals away is a great achievement, but it doesn't mean much, in a practical manner at least, when your defense leaks 2 goals in 2 minutes. Goals from Bailey and Lars Bender of Bender and Bender and Associates, which is my name for their twinship. Leverkusen 4, Dortmund 3. Union Berlin, the sweethearts of the league, playing in their first Bundesliga season, continue to impress. They went away to Werder Bremen and... well, I guess Bremen is in a very bad state at the moment. Besides bouncing Dortmund from the cup, but their league form is mega crap. Second from the bottom, 2 wins and 8 losses in their last 10 matches. One of those 8 losses was supplied by Union Berlin. They won 2-0 away. And finally, Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig was supposed to be the thriller of the weekend, but it was a match where the defenders were the stars of the show. Upamecano for Leipzig, and Alaba and Davies for Bayern Munich. Man, there was a moment in the match where Dani Olmo had a massive lead on Davies, and Olmo is by no means slow, but Davies closed him down so quickly, despite Olmo having about 15 to 20 feet lead on him. Insane speed, freaky fast, which I believe is the Twitter handle for Dominico Duro. But anyways, I was also impressed by Thiago once again in the midfield, as he continues to put in great performance after great performance, but that was all. 0-0 there. So what does that do to the standings? Well, Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Köln was postponed, so if Mönchengladbach get a win there, then they would be level on points with Leipzig and just 1 behind Bayern. Leipzig haven't won in 3 straight games now. Dortmund are 3rd at the moment, but look at how close Leverkusen is getting to the top. What a sneaky squad. Roma, where has it gone wrong for you? Playing at home against the Joey Saputo / Montreal Impact affiliated Bologna, Roma found themselves 3-1 down around the start of the second half, and not looking like they will have any fight in them. Sure, Henrik pulled one back to make for a frightful end to this one, but Cristante's red card at 80th killed any hopes of a full-on fight back. Very eloquent, Adrian. Fiorentina. I thought that they had found a way to stop the bleeding. In fact, you know what? They still may have. Sure, they lost 2-1 at home this weekend, and they lost 3-0 at Juve just about a week ago. But these aren't the easiest of teams that they're losing against, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt here. But they definitely need to pick it up, because 14th, 15th part of the table where they are currently hanging around, it's really not a good look for them. Mind you, it could always be worse, you know? You could always be Torino, who are on a 4-match losing streak as they lost again. This time at home against Sampdoria, a team who's been chatting up relegation lately. Like, it seemed like they were just a convincing conversation away from being like, all right, you know what? Let's do it. Let's give the Serie B a try, boys. So yeah, Torino, 3-1 loss at home against those dudes. Again, not a good look. You don't want to be those dudes. Hellas Verona. Now there's a team that is annoying as hell to play against for the top teams. And Juve had the opportunity to test that theory out this weekend. Results read, annoying to play against because they are just really good right now. That being said, Juve aren't particularly good right now. Ronaldo and Dybala have kind of been papering over the cracks at times, and it was Ronaldo who put Juve, the visitors, ahead in the 65th minute, not from the penalty spot this time. Dybala setting up that goal about 5 minutes after coming onto the pitch for Higuain, major dud this season. 10 minutes after Ronaldo gave them the lead, however, Fabio Borini, I'll say it again, Fabio Borini. His first goal of the season, not that he has played much at all though. Then later, a header went straight onto Bonucci's arm and a penalty was awarded, and the penalty was converted by Giampaolo Pazzini. Dude was legendary in like FIFA 09? 10? Something like that, when he was at Fiorentina still. Editor Adrian, please confirm what year. Thank you. So yeah, 2-1 Hellas Verona. Good to see a promoted team doing so well. These dudes finished 5th in the Serie B last season, and they haven't lost since mid-December now. Oh right, in respect to Ronaldo, by the way, I mean, the guy just turned 35, scored a beautiful goal, and claimed the club record for scoring in consecutive matches. That was his 10th, taking him above Trezeguet's 9. Napoli. The problems continue there. Maybe we can give Lecce a little more credit, as that is now 2 victories in a row for them. Remember last week when they beat Torino 4-0? Well, this week they went away to the San Paolo and defeated Napoli 3-2, which is brutal. Only 3 wins in the last 10 matches for Napoli, as they've lost 5 of their last 6 matches at the San Paolo. The problems, in my opinion, will only continue next season as well. Why? You have important players leaving, well, formerly important at least, in Dries Mertens and Callejon, and seemingly none of the team enjoying the management of the club. By that I mean Aurelio De Laurentiis, and of course the massive turnover of players means that this is a multi-year project now. Who knows? Maybe Gattuso can catch some sort of lightning in a bottle with a full preseason, but the cards are really stacked against him. Alright, the Milan Derby, the Derby della Madonnina. I have a Roots of the Rivalry video on this derby, by the way, so if you are looking for the historical background and how these 2 clubs were one during their infancy before the split, then be sure to check that out. This match was quite good. I was worried, as Inter and Juve haven't been the most exciting teams, and Milan, well, they're improving, but still hit or miss. But this match was definitely not a miss. So, in the first half, Inter fielded 11 Caspers, ghosts, ineffectual for the most part. Milan were able to benefit from Daniele Pedelli in goal for Inter, the famed dodgeball player, as I said on Twitter. So, a 38-year-old Zlatan drifted to the back post to head across goal, and Pedelli did well to dodge the ball completely, meaning Ante Rebic had an open goal to roll it in. Poor Pedelli. I apologize for insulting him like that, but he legit didn't make a single save in this game. Not one. Mind you, only 2 shots on target, 2 goals. But thankfully for him, his defense really stepped up in the second half, while the rest of the team kicked into gear finally as well, and that was a ride to behold. First, we have Brozovic and Vecino getting 2 goals in 2 minutes to make it 2-2. Then, Stefan de Vries shifted his body to get his head on a ball that was about waist height from the ground. 70th minute goal put Inter ahead, and to cap the second half comeback off, Romelu Lukaku headed past Donnarumma from a Moses cross 4-2 the final, as Inter this time they managed to take advantage of Juve's slip to go atop the table. And Lukaku, having broken the record for the shortest amount of time an Inter player has taken to get 20 goals, takes his league tally up to 17. Now, this was an incredible comeback from Inter, but I still don't know if I trust them to get up and really running now and become the unstoppable force they are capable of becoming under a manager like Conte. So, As I said, Inter are top due to their superior goal scoring and defensive record. Lazio are just a point behind the top two, and Atalanta have joined the party. Well, they're still quite far back, but they're at least loitering around outside the party, you know? Oh yeah, I didn't even mention Lazio, but they won again, 1-0, goal from Felipe Caicedo. La Liga. Atletico beat Granada 1-0 at home with an early goal from Correa being the difference. The second half was painful for Atletico fans as Granada dominated and came close. Mind you, Atletico also came close to doubling their lead, so there's that. Real Madrid cannot stop winning. Playing away to Osasuna, 2 first-half goals from Sergio Ramos and Isco just 5 minutes apart were ultimately the winners in this one. But late in the match, Lucas Vazquez made it 3-1 to kill any thoughts of a late equalizer from Osasuna. And then finally, Luka Jovic scored a very well-taken goal. Yes, I was even celebrating that one. You love to see it. Hey, everybody stand up for Jovic. Attaboy, Jovic. That's now 5 wins in a row for Real Madrid, and they're now undefeated in 14 matches. Their last and only loss of the season came back in October against Mallorca, of all teams. Well, actually, respect to Mallorca. All 5 of their La Liga victories were secured at home, but still, they lost to Real Valladolid at home this weekend, you know? But yeah, back in October, when they beat Real Madrid, they were actually undefeated at home. Real Sociedad, they are not the future champs of La Liga, though we will now attribute that saying or moniker to all competitions they compete in, including the Copa del Rey, in which last week, midweek, they eliminated Real Madrid 4-3 at the Bernabeu. They followed up that victory with another one as they played host to their Basque rivals, Athletic Bilbao. After a goalless first half, Alexander Isak, just as he did against Real Madrid, took over the attacking duties for Real Sociedad, setting up Porto in the 65th minute. Iñaki Williams scored to make things very interesting and to make the score 1-1, but in the 83rd, cometh the minute, cometh the man, and Isak put Sociedad 2-1 up to give them the win. They could still get top 4. Plenty of season left. Isak has been involved in 6 goals in the last 2 games. Getafe, I think I predicted they would finish 4th this season, but they are certainly punching above my own expectations as they hosted Valencia. In the second half, a brace from Jorge Molina put Valencia in a spot of bother, and if they weren't then they surely were when Alessandro Florenzi, in just his second appearance for Valencia, got himself a red card. Jaime Mata added a 3rd for Getafe as their 4th win in a row has lifted them above both Atletico and Sevilla in the standings. Oh yeah, Sevilla lost 2-1 against Celta Vigo, a team in the fight against relegation, and a team that got their first win since November. And of course, Barcelona went away to Real Betis, the homecoming for Quique Setién, and that homecoming started off with a penalty being awarded to Betis in the 6th minute, and Canales converting for an early lead. Then, Messi found De Jong, assist number 1 for Messi. Get used to that in this next section. Nabil Fekir loves a match against Barcelona, and he scored once again to make it 2-1 Betis in the 26th. But that Messi dude knows how to ball, and he first set up Busquets, a rare goal for Busquets, then later found Clément Lenglet, a hat-trick of assists. Later on, Fekir and Lenglet were sent off, and the play that followed it made me pine for football's rules to be changed to 10-a-side. The space, beautiful. I mean, hockey did it. Now when they go to overtime, they go from 5 to 3 per side, not including goalies of course. Is dope though, makes it much more fun, fast, more space, more errors, it's great. So, the top 4 teams all won, with the only real movement being Sevilla dropping and Atletico hopping above them for now. Real Madrid, man, what an unexpected season. Massive respect to Zizou and the gang. The Premier League is on break, kind of. Brexit means Brexit, and break means break, but not for all, apparently. Sheffield United stay winning, baby. Up the blaze. That's for you, Nos. I know you love that nickname. But yeah, Sheffield United hosted Bournemouth on Saturday, and the club legend, Billy Sharp, a forever blade, brought things level in the first half extra time. And then, in the 84th minute, John Lundstrom scored 2-1 Sheffield United. These guys have moved above Tottenham, Everton, Man United, Wolves, and Arsenal. For now, at least, as they have played an extra match. But still, incredible. Speaking of Everton, Carlo Ancelotti continues to prove me wrong and continues to revitalize Everton's season. Hey man, happy to admit when I'm wrong. Everton have moved from, I believe they were 14th when Ancelotti took over. Editor Adrian? But hey man, massive respect to Ancelotti. I thought that was that this is really the kind of job that wouldn't suit him really, as he takes a great established team up another notch, but he's been able to take a solid Everton squad up a level as well. They got a 3-1 victory over Crystal Palace this weekend, meaning the only team that Ancelotti has lost to thus far in the Premier League is Manchester City. Sorry, thus far as manager of Everton in the Premier League. The other match was between Brighton and Watford. 1-1 there as Brighton are on a brutal run. Graham Potter needs to find the magic again, as these boys have just 2 wins from their last 15 matches. A quick glance at the table, even though I have already told you about the biggest moves. Wins for Sheffield and Everton move them both up. Everton with the biggest jump from 9th to 7th, while Spurs and Sheffield United swap places for the moment. They're breathing down the necks of Chelsea. Oh yeah, and City was meant to host West Ham, but due to some rain, they postponed the match. Wow, City get all the easy draws. Now they're bribing the weather to postpone matches and get a break. Wow, that was a joke. But I mean, come on, what's a little rain, guys? You know, just a little rain. That would be horrible to play in and to sit and watch. But all right, boys. Old man Adrian is tired and in need of some rest before he turns into editor Adrian at 5 a.m. on Monday today. So no bonus league, and I don't want to hear any crying, okay? We'll get some bonus leagues in the future, so be sure to comment on which league you want to see bonused. As mentioned earlier, I'm Adrian. Thanks for spending your valuable time with me. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next video. Hey, Champions League predictions this week, boy!